Hey guys, today's review is a bit different. Today I'll be reviewing a smartwatch, and this is a smartwatch from Tozo. It's called the Tozo S5, and this retails for around $50 to $60. So before I start the review, I just want to say a big thanks to Tozo for sending these in, and but all the thoughts and opinions you're about to hear are my own. So this is when you open the smartwatch, this is what you see. This is a custom watch face which I have kept. So I'll show more about the watch face and everything in the screen on the app. So yeah. So when you open the watch, these have two buttons. One is this, and one is this button. Sadly, this button does rotate, but it doesn't do anything. And this button is for your quick exercise shortcut, which I'll show. So when you press this bottom button, you get this exercise list. So you can go inside the app and select all the custom exercise you want, and you can select this button on down this one, and you can select all the you can select whichever exercise you want to do. For example, if you want to do staircase, you can select on staircase, and that's how you get access to that, and then it will track that workout. And to go back, you just swipe from left. That's it. So when you pull from top, you get the notification shade. So this is for your notification. So if you hit that and you select this, you will not be getting notifications. This is for your no ringing alerts or incoming calls, alarms, or anything like that. This is for rise to wake function. So I have it off, and now it is off. This is your brightness. So there are 5 levels of brightness. For this review, I'll be keeping it at brightness level 1. And you can also easily access the setting over here. Now talking about the setting. So as you can see, this is the display and brightness setting. It has your brightness, your screen off, always on. This also has a always on display, but the only con which I saw for the always on display is that it always stays at the full brightness. So if you have your brightness set at 1, it will the always on display will be at 1. If you have it set at 5, it will set it as 5. So you cannot select a separate always on display compared to your watch screen. So whatever watch screen I have, watch dial I have, that will be the always on display. So that does consume a lot of battery. This is the watch face setting. You can select some quick watch faces which you have. For me, which I have as of now, the key on watch face, custom one. I'll be keeping that as of now. And this is the menu view. I have it set it as crescent, but you can select whatever you want. You have it as list view, grid view, and cycle view. Next is display and brightness. You can set to 5 level of brightness. It has a screen turn off feature, auto screen turn off feature. So 5 to 30 seconds is what you can select. Next is the sound setting. It has the ringtone volume, ringtone silent mode. It has the do not disturb mode. So you can select a duration for your do not disturb straight from the watch, or you can do it as a all day, whatever you want. Next is low battery. So basically what low battery does is it decreases the timer for your screen off, and also the shortcut exercise button that doesn't work. So low battery mode does help out a bit, but not too much in my testing. I'll talk about the battery life in detail later. Now vibration, you can set it as strong and weak. For me, for my recommendation will be to set it as strong, because a weak is too weak, and if you have some alarms or anything, notifications like that, you will not be hearing that. Time setting. Now here you can set the time. Next is the system menu. So you can restart, power off, reset, or scan to connect. So basically, sometimes if that happens that your watch is not getting paired, you can scan to connect this QR code. This is the user guide and the device information. So that's the setting. The next is the weather. Here you can see, but the only thing is that the weather doesn't locate your watches like the watch GPS, because the watch doesn't have a GPS. So it basically connects to your smartphone, and then it syncs with that. So do keep that in mind. This is the sleep setting. So basically you can track your sleep in this setting. Inside the app, you can set how much target you want daily. For example, if I want 5,000 steps, so let's say you take 3,000, so it will go up till until over here. So you can set inside the app, and it will fill the rings accordingly over the day. If you want to access the menu, you hit this button once, and you get this menu. So here you can see the exercise. You can select the records of the exercise which you have recorded. the heart rate, which I spoke about. This also has a blood oxygen meter, which again, this was the thing which felt a bit off, because this showed a deviation of 20 sometimes. So the blood oxygen meter is not that accurate. Activity, then again, you can see the same activity circle over here. Sleep, this is for your sleep tracking. Call history, basically you can take calls from this smartwatch, which is really good. Is the contacts, so you can put some favorite contacts over here. Let's say you have you want to make a call, so you can click on this contacts, and all the contacts which you select in the app, for example 5 or 10 contacts, you can select them and you can call directly from your smartwatch. And this is dial. You can also dial a number. Weather, which I showed. It also has a stopwatch. Let me show the stopwatch. This is a stopwatch. This is the timer. This also has some preset timers, and you can also select a custom timer. Alarm clock. The alarm clock, again, the speaker is surprisingly loud, but if you are sleeping in a loud environment, like when I was traveling, that time it was a bit timid, but other than that, when I'm in my house, the alarm clock works surprisingly well. This is the flashlight, wherein it blasts this white light. It is okay if you want to search a small area, nothing great. And this is search your phone. Basically, if it is connected to your smartphone, it will ping your smartphone. And the app inside the app too has a feature wherein find my watch feature, and this will ring. So let me try that, just a minute. So yeah, then you can press this and off it. This is the music. So you cannot store music over here, but rather whatever is playing on your smartphone or your connected device, that you can play and pause over here and do next track and increase or decrease the volume. And then this is the setting which I showed. So yeah, this is the watch, and I'll show a screen recording of the smartphone so you get an idea. By the way, this also comes with a magnetic connector for charging. This, I think so, is not a proprietary connector, but then again I might be wrong. This is the heart rate and the blood oxygen sensor. And yeah, this is the mic, and this is the speaker. So this is the app of the watch. Ignore the date and time and everything else. I have basically resetted the watch, so this is not accurate, but I'll just show you what it's like. So there are 4 sections: health, exercise, device, and my. So health is basically tracks whatever I showed you, the rings over here, the heart rate, the sleep, the steps, the exercise if you have done any, and your weight management. Basically, you can set a target weight and it'll keep a track of the weight depending on your sleep, steps, and everything like that. So exercise is basically, it'll take the GPS of your smartphone and it'll track the route of the walk, whatever you do, running, cycling, or whatever it is you do. So the watch itself doesn't have a GPS, so that is sort of, you know, no, because it's a $50 to $60 smartwatch, but still I just wanted to mention that. A device, this is where the main setting is. So as you can see, it shows the battery life of the watch. You can add any another watch if you have something like that. This is the dial center. These are some of the dials which you get, right? This is the pointer, this is the business dial. I do not like all these except the simple one, this one. Now the album one is where you can set a custom one. So you have 3 custom watch faces, the watch designs, as I can say. Now for me, I like this watch which showed me the time and everything. So I selected that, and then I can upload a photo from my gallery over here, crop it, and then it'll show the time over here. That's what I did over here, as you can see. This is sort of an edited wallpaper from me. If you want this wallpaper for your watch, do tell me, I'll just share a link for this. Yeah, and you can also select color of the time. So depending on your wallpaper, you can select a color. And yeah, and there is also a custom location. You can basically yeah, set wherever you want the watch face. So you cannot customize these stock ones which comes from the Tozo, but you can customize this album one. If you want to use something, I suggest this. This is a really simple one. It looks classy. Let's talk about the app a bit, the final section of the app. So this is a wake gesture. You can select the time of the wake gesture. This is the brightness, wherein you can set it from the app itself. The sound setting, the ringtone volume, and everything else. You can also set a silent mode. The notifications and reminders, incoming calls, and it basically tells when you can you accept the incoming calls from over here. And you can also delay the reminder by 3 seconds, right? Sometimes, because if you do not want to pick it from the watch, you can, if you want to pick it from the smartphone, then you can delay it by 3 seconds. and also you can also set the ringtone for that. Now, sedentary alert is basically what it means. So if you're sitting for, let's say, 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, so you can set that sedentary alert over here, and that too also has a time frame. Now, drink water reminder. This is a feature which I personally used a lot. So this is a feature which I like. Basically, it reminds you to drink the water. Now, alarm reminder. Again, you can put some alarm over here, whatever time you want. Notifications, like do you want message notifications? And by message notifications, I mean the normal message, not your WhatsApp message or Telegram message or your Instagram messages. Missed calls, again, do you want missed call notifications or not? That too is it. And app messages, basically you can toggle on and off for the notifications for which app. So like, let's say if you do not want the notification from YouTube app, then you can select on app messages and on or off the YouTube app notification. So you can do it for each app, or by default all the apps are on. Now, going to health monitoring, basically you can set up to continuous heart rate monitoring and also real-time heart rate monitoring. Continuous heart rate monitoring means it will continuously take a heart rate, and real-time heart rate monitoring means the heart rate monitoring will be on all the time. This does affect the battery a lot, so do remember that. You can also have a heart rate warning. So let's say you can set it up to some BPMs, and if it goes above that, then it will give you a warning. These are the modes. Basically, as of now, I have it in low battery mode. Low battery mode, as I said, it disables all the exercise function of the watch, which you can access by hitting this button. So that is disabled, and the battery and the everything and the brightness and everything else is also decreased. You can also toggle a do not disturb mode. This is something I use at night, so that is nice. So any notifications or any calls or anything like that is not coming through my watch. Now, weather settings is basically, as I said, you can select the weather of your city. It takes the location of your device, and the watch has to be connected to the app to get the location. The watch doesn't itself gets the weather notification. Find a device is basically you tap on that and your watch will be ringing. You can hit this button to off it. Yeah. So you can do the same thing. There is a setting over here where you can do the find device, and it will beep the smartphone. The sports mode selection, basically you can select, these are the default setting. I have added some things. You can select add over here, and then you can select the sports mode which you go. So there are a lot. Yeah. So I do not use all of them. There are around 38 sport modes. And then you can save it. The frequent contacts is basically, this is a nice feature. So for me, I have some of my five frequent contacts over here. So you can select that, and the device language selection. I'll just show what are the languages which are available. Yeah, so you can see these are the languages available over here for these words. So there is English, Deutsch, Italiano, Francais, Espanol, there's Japanese, I think so that's Russian, Portuguese, Korean, Chinese simplified, and Chinese, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, these are the languages available. So yeah, that's my review of the Tozo S5 watch. I really like it for the price, because for $60 MSRP, or it regularly goes on sale for $50. I think so this is quite a nice watch. It has a speaker, it has a magnetic charging connector, and yeah, it does everything which I need from a smartwatch. I do not need an expensive smartwatch of, let's say, $300, $400 or $500, or even a $900 Apple Watch Ultra. For me, this type of smartwatch is really nice. It does all the things I need. One thing I would have liked is maybe if it had internal memory and I could put some songs in it and basically carry my TWS and my watch. That would be nice, you know. Not much, maybe 4 GB is also nice, some local MP3 files. Hey, that's too much to ask maybe, but still, I just thought of mentioning it. So yeah, that's my review of the Tozo S5. I generally make audio reviews, but since I got a chance at reviewing them, I just said, hey, let's take a shot. How bad can it be? So yeah, I really like the watch. Thanks to Tozo again for making this video happening. But yeah, all the thoughts and opinions you heard were my own. Tozo did not influence the video in any way or shape or form. They are seeing the video for the first time, as you are saying. So yeah, please like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. And yeah, I hope you have a great day ahead. Bye.